Hello, and welcome to the Job Description Self-Paced Training Series. During the course of this series, we're going to tackle a few things. We're going to identify why we're having this conversation in the first place. What is the importance of job descriptions for your organization and for your diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives? Then we're going to go into diagnostics. How can you tell if you have a good title and a good job description or a bad one, and what can you do about it? This is going to lead us into the techniques. So we are going to teach techniques to create great titles and great job descriptions, and then dive into details with actionable tips and tricks in bite-sized pieces so that you can evolve your program, your job descriptions into something that's fantastic. And then we will wrap up the series with next steps, making sure you can take those learnings, those skills, and apply them into your organization and into your hiring practices. And we're going to do this through the series of 12 conversations, each of them in short format, so that you can step by step go through the conversation, starting with the why we're doing this in the first place, and then diving first into titles, the basics of what makes a great versus a not so good title, and then what we can do about it to create amazing titles, and then moving over into the descriptions themselves. From the basics of is it a good or a bad description, to diving into the anatomy of a good job description, how it looks, how to get the details, how to build it out so that it's fully engaging and inclusive to your talented pool. And then finally, we're going to take all that work that we did with titles and with job descriptions and talk about repackaging. How can we optimize the communication, the message of those job descriptions for who we're trying to reach, how we're reaching them, and what we need to get out of each of those interactions, before finally bringing the whole thing together into one actionable item. So like with any Career.Place training, this is going to be a combination of various elements. There's going to be the teaching element of the what, the why, the how for any of these new skills and techniques. There's also going to be examples, seeing it in action and how it impacts a description. We're going to have practice exercises so you can take each of these techniques back into your organization, into your job descriptions, and practice these new skills. We're also going to have accompanying action items. How can you take these skills and apply them into your organization and evolve your practices? And then the whole thing will have reinforcement. So these are the written materials, the recorded materials that you'll have continuous access to. So you always have something to go back to as you continue to evolve your programs.